souls, welcome to Cosmo Muse Tarot and the regular Wednesday reading where we look at what kind of glow up are you coming into in the near future. I usually like to think about within the next week with these. Okay, so we're going to pick 3 piles to choose from. Follow the stream. The ripple effect. And beneath the surface. So these are the 3 piles to choose from. If you are feeling like you're coming into mega glow up time, kind of feeling that energy around you, you can definitely pick more than 1 pile for this reading. If you're not feeling called to any, you may need to just, wait a week and come back or something. But definitely kind of tune into how you're feeling around kind of new, fresh energy surfacing in you, and use that as a navigation of, am I picking no piles this week, 1 or all 3 kind of thing. Okay, so just again, pile 1, follow the stream. Pile 2, the ripple effect. Pile 3, beneath the surface. Feel free to pause here if you need some time to feel into these. And once you are ready, timestamps are in the descriptions. So I will see you in your piles. Hello, beautiful pile 1. Welcome to your reading where we are going to look at what kind of glow up you are about to step into sometime in the next week. So the card you chose is Follow the Stream, Dedication, Trust, Future, Rivers, and Oceans. And I can't help but notice there's kind of like a conch shell design sort of starting in the center here, and it goes out, and then even more subtly it sort of keeps going. And then she's sort of following the flow, at least of like the light on the water. And this to me feels like starting to recognize some kind of natural unfoldment and spiral of creation that you've been engaged in, and really starting to get an idea of where that started and where it's going. So like a deeper trust in like the process of where this is taking you. So trusting the future of the path you're currently on, because you have, I don't know, it's like the sense I'm getting is just sort of like you're having these epiphanies, or no, that's not the right word. I mean, there could be some epiphanies, but some like premonitions and visions of where this is, what's unfolding with this kind of spiral of creation you've been engaged with. You may feel like something you've been engaged with creatively, or it just in a sense of creation in life has just been like kind of going around and around in a circle and not going anywhere. And you're starting to finally see from a higher place, it's like that spiral doesn't stay on the same plane. It may be kind of revisiting and cycling and going over the same things, but it's also moving upward. So it is going forward as well as around. And it's like suddenly you're going to be within that spiral of creation, kind of far enough up that you suddenly recognize that you have made progress, that this is going somewhere, and you're not just circling around and around and around in the same sort of wheel and pattern. This is actually also has a trajectory, but there's like very cyclical nature to something going on here. But because you can now see that you've made progress, you've gotten somewhere, you can kind of see some patterning and some pacing about this and some trajectory about it. And so you're starting to be like, like this, I just feel this deep sense of relief coming over you. Like, oh, okay, this is going somewhere. It started there. I'm here now. So it really could get to this place. And so now I can rededicate myself and find a certain trust and really move with the flow of this creative energy and where it's taking me. Okay, let's get a couple other cards around this. Okay, let's take the top. The journey. Yeah, definitely. I mean, that absolutely resonates with what I was saying, is like, you have been on a journey, but sometimes we don't recognize we've been on a journey until we're at some certain, like the point of no return. And then it's like, oh, I can't go back now. So, oh, I guess I am on a journey. Wow. All right, I guess, commit to this. Let's do it. But this is about a glow up. So I think this will be a relief to you. Like, my sense is sort of like, I've been trying to set out on a journey, but I feel like I've been going in circles. I don't feel like I've actually pushed myself out the door. I don't know if there's been like a little bit of harsh self-speak or something, like I need to try harder, or why don't I take that risk, or like, what is it I'm not doing that's like not pushing me to expand in life, or to go on those journeys that like bring, the ebbs and flows of challenges and successes that push my boundaries and grow life and, all that. But suddenly you come to this moment where there's this clear confrontation that you have gone somewhere and now there's no going back, and you're like, oh, I totally didn't recognize that these things were the start of the journey and of some kind of creation, some kind of creative energy. And now I am on the journey. I get it. I didn't understand before. So sometimes it takes us a minute to recognize that we've initiated into a journey. But I think this week you're getting it and you've been craving it. And you're like, okay, thank goodness I am on a journey. I have been craving, the things that come with the journey, the challenges, the successes, the pushing my boundaries, just moving and engaging in life. And suddenly it's like, oh, this is happening. I just didn't recognize it for this reason and this reason, but this is what it is. I didn't see. I see now. And it's like a relief. It's like, okay, we're here. We're on a journey. Great. No going back gives a little bit of like, okay, but this is like, but I've wanted this. I got it. Okay, this feels good. Thank you. And then we have courage. Yeah, I love it. Courage, the point of no return is what's coming to, but it's like you were craving that, but you weren't seeing it, and something helps you to see it in the next week. And so with that new dedication and that new refocusing and that new, like, okay, this is the trajectory I'm in. This is what this journey is about. Because I know what it's about now, and now I can see something about how this is unfolding and what it started from, and hence where it's probably, at least can see into the next step maybe of where this is going. I know the kind of courage I need, and I know that I need courage, and that feels good. I've wanted to have courage. I feel that in you, like you just wanting to kind of move and shake life a little. And it's like, okay, I get it. I did take some steps here. This is happening. I'm on the journey. So, yeah, of course I can summon the courage I need because I've been craving this. I'm ready for it. I got this. I think it's like that feeling of excitement, in that recognition, like, oh, okay, this is what the journey's about. I don't know. I mean, it's always sometimes hard for us to see our own lives really clearly. But yeah, something like that's happening. Okay, let's get a few more cards with the tarot. Page of Earth, Five of Earth. So this journey may have something to do with your material life and kind of finding a new connection to what material life means to you, its purpose, its potential, how you are molding life. I think the way you had been and why you kind of craved a journey with this is like something was stuck about it. I think maybe you've had some changes in your inner values, and so it's made maybe your external connection to value and material like off key compared to where you were internally. And this is like, this journey is helping your external life start to resonate and match with like your inner values and the potential they hold, and where you, yeah, just potential. There's just potential felt in the material realm, and sort of like a tuning fork, realigning inner and outer value. So yeah, a big journey around that. And Six of Air, moving on with the courage. Yeah, you're seeing it in the next week. Like something's happening, like positively in the material sense, that's starting to indicate that you are moving forward. You are pushing your inner values into the outer world on some kind of a journey. And it's I think there's been some tension and some tumultuousness in your life because the inner and outer have been out of sync, but you're moving towards calmer shores because something's happening this week. I do feel like an event is going to happen that showcases the glow up. Like the glow up is, I feel like the glow up has already happened internally. It's just that like out in the world it hasn't been mirrored, so you question if there's a glow up actually happening. But something happens this week where you leave that incongruency behind because something else is presented to you that is in alignment, and you're like, oh, okay, got it, good, like, yes, we're making some headway now. This does match with what I've been trying to do, and this potential feels resonant and aligned with what I could dedicate myself to and the kind of creation I do want to engage. And it will be a journey. It is something that will push me and bring adventures and just bring different kinds of things into my life. And I've been asking for it, so okay, let's do it. That's what it feels like. Okay, let's do some, to end, a goddess card to show, let me push these up, how this is going to feel to you once the glow up actually comes, which in this case for many of you might be some kind of event or opening, something like that. Opportunity, event, opening, shift. So once that happens, how is this going to feel to you? How will this glow up feel? Maya, illusion. You're going to be seen through illusions, through whatever was preventing you from seeing that you had already initiated a journey, that you already were on a journey. There was something that was preventing you from seeing that, but you're going to see through that. And so like this new kind of clarity coming through, but there isn't a magical element to it. So maybe like the internal values that you've really developed and have all this new potential, that this journey I feel like is about the external world trying to attune to that, has a little bit of magic to it too. Like allowing your more magical, ethereal side to be let loose or something like that, but also being able to see through where there's been illusions around, where the tensions have been, where the tumultuous has been, where the journey started, all the, whatever you need to understand, you'll see, but also see that part of this new potential in your values is in like an ethereal, magical aspect to yourself. So yeah, really cool. Okay, this is where I'm going to leave you guys. I hope it was resonant. Hope it connected for you. If so, I always appreciate support with likes, shares, subscribes. Always grateful for kind and thoughtful comments, but you are supporting the channel just by being here as well, so thank you for that. Side note, if you enjoy astrology, I do put out an astrology newsletter. Astrology itself is something I've done for a couple of decades, a long time, and I love sharing it. So check out the newsletter. There's a free version and a paid version. The free version has a whole bunch of, a lot of stuff to it. The paid version just has a paywall, and there's a little extra in each post for the people who paid. So check it out. Why not? There's a free version with lots of beautiful stuff. So I hope to see you on that newsletter as well as in future readings. So good luck with this gorgeous glow up, and I will see you guys, in future readings. All right, see ya. Hello, Pile 2. Welcome to your Wednesday glow up. So this is intended to be a glow up that is taking place very soon, within the next week is my intention with this reading. So your first card is the ripple effect. Part of something bigger. Details are taken care of. Yeah, interesting. So I don't know if there are greater things in the world you've really been paying attention to, movements, things in your industry, if you are a career person, or things in the broader family or your broader community. So it could be anywhere from some sort of more global to a national, to a community, to family, but something that is greater than just you is involved in this glow up. And this is indicating there's like nothing you need to do. You're just being caught up in something that is having a beautiful effect, that is maybe fortuitous, that will feel like lucky, like maybe right time, right place, in the right field, the right ripple field, the right time and place to be picked up by this very fortuitous ripple effect. And something's, it's sort of like you don't need to do anything. You're just going to be in the right moment, or right moment of your life, or whatever it is. But yeah, it's always nice to hear there's no work on your end, just something is picking you up. You're going to be swept up in the current of something that, because this is a glow up reading, will feel very, I think, beautiful. So let's get a few more cards. The lower world. Interesting, that came out in, where did this just came out in one of the readings I did today. Oh, I think it was in one of my shorts. Interesting. I wonder if the day that one comes out might be when this ripple effect comes. Fascinating. You could be, because this is a timeless reading, coming to this reading at a very different time than I release it. But if you do know that you came basically the day or within a couple of days that this was released, you might want to go into my shorts and look at the last one or two and look for the lower world message that might have something to do with this ripple effect, but it might also be the day it came out, comes out. You may even need to, because I think this reading will come out on Wednesday. It's possible that this lower world would come out Thursday or Friday. So look at my shorts. If you don't see this lower world yet, keep checking back for a couple days, but definitely it will be in a couple days before or after this reading comes out. If you come to this at a very different time, that's just an extra thing that you don't have to worry about. In relation to this reading though, and not necessarily timing, I think you've been doing a lot of work with really grounding and getting in touch with how you are holding stress and taking care of your nervous system, and really paying attention also to like empowering yourself from within, not without, as well as like really listening to your soul. And something about that is helping you to be in that right place, time, moment. And I think that's just, I don't think this is saying you need to, I mean, of course, because this has led to the ripple effect coming for you, I think it would be great to continue to really pay attention to your nervous system and grounding and soul work and inner empowerment. But I don't think it's saying that you need to do more of it for this ripple effect to come. I think it's saying because you've been doing this, it's putting you, that's like directly related to why you are in the path of this ripple effect. It's like put you in the right resonance. But I think the ripple effect has already been set in motion. So it's still the message is you don't have to do anything. It's already coming for you. Okay, and then miracles. Wow. So whatever this ripple effect is, and it might just be a little different for each of you, and that's why I'm not getting like specific details about what this glow up is, but something is going to happen. You're going to be in the right moment, place, time, frame of mind, something to sort of get caught up in the current of something that will feel very miraculous. It will feel like a miracle, but it's a lot of inner deep work that you've done. You can see it as a miracle, or you can see it as like, I've done so much inner work, and so it's not necessarily a miracle. My frequency has shifted to pick up very different things that maybe an old version of me sees as miraculous, but this version of me that I'm coming into through just being more grounded, being more in touch with myself, I understand the energetics of it. It's not necessarily a miracle, but it still feels miraculous. And like, look at all that energetic work I did and how it actually had a result. It actually impacted my life. Yeah, very interesting. Okay, let's get some tarot cards for a little confirmation. The Hermit. Yeah, this to me is like you've been doing a ton of inner work. You've been finding a lot of keys to who you are, too. Ace of Air, a lot of clarity, a lot of keys to who you are, a lot of clarity, especially of mind. And Queen of Earth. This does give me a little bit of a clue about what's going to feel a little bit miraculous, and what this ripple effect, at least the result of it, might pertain to for you is sort of like a greater command of your material life and an ability to feel like you are able to kind of plan materially in your life. And what I mean by that is like, I don't know, like maybe just as an example, you've been in a mode of living sort of paycheck to paycheck and working in jobs that don't really match who you are or aren't really like where you expected to go in life, and are just like, well, it's a job or something. But you started doing all of this inner work and started to really understand yourself better, and started to make a lot of different kinds of intentions and discovering different kinds of focuses and different kinds of potential pathways in life, and getting a lot of clarity about how you want to feel. And we can do a lot of work like that and feel like we make a lot of headway internally. And sometimes in our external life, it takes a minute to catch up. And some of these things I'm feeling about, like keys to who you are and more clarity of direction, suddenly put you in the pathway, the ripple effect of some opportunity that's really, really aligned to who you are and has this much better income, and you see a trajectory of where you could go in the future with it, and starting to see like, okay, this feels right, this feels aligned to me, and so here's my 10-year goal of where I'd want to be, and I'm making a little bit more money now so I can create like a savings. And yeah, so just like a lot of new, whatever this glow up is about, it's like in some kind of ripple effect that puts you in a more foresightful and focused trajectory in terms of material life. And it could even be sort of like someone in your family comes into a much better position, and they're very sharing, or like a spouse or a kid's, if you have a kid, like maybe a kid becomes more independent, and that frees you up to use extra income in more of a planned way, create savings and stuff like that. Something in that realm. But it feels like the beginning, like some new effect happens and it sort of opens the door. It's not like this immediate wealth, but it's like, oh, I know where I'm going with this, so I can start to make these much longer term plans. That's what it feels like. Okay, last thing we're going to do is pick a goddess card to show how this might feel once the glow up happens, how this feels for you, how you feel. Okay. Beautiful. Benzai Jen. Beauty. Yeah, I love that. This to me is just like feeling more pleasure, more grounded, more at ease, being able to go slower and more intentionally and more resonantly into life, and feeling literally potentially a physical glow up. You may see little, even for some of you, I didn't totally pick up on this until right now, but some of you have been really working on like nutrition or exercise or some health things, and this is like sort of, maybe that you've already been in that ripple effect of like having found the right kind of, nutrition for something that's been bothering you, or the right exercise that just feels good to you, and you've been working at it and you're like, I don't know if it's really doing anything, but it feels good. If that's the case for you, that's something you've already been picked up in. It's like, this is the glow up coming to show like, oh, it is actually producing results. I can see it. I literally feel a physical glow up. I feel better. I feel healthier. I feel a little more glowy and beauty radiating. So for some of you, it could be that. I think it could go either way. More of a financial material or body material kind of stuff. They're both 3D things. Okay, really cool. All right, if this resonated, I always appreciate support in the form of likes, shares, subscribes. Also, always grateful for kind and thoughtful comments. But just being here is also supportive of my channel, so thank you. I do really enjoy having you and doing these readings. Makes me really happy. So, yeah, side note, if you enjoy astrology, I do put out an astrology newsletter. There's a free version, which you can link to sign up to in the descriptions. There's also a paid version, which just gets you a little more with each newsletter. There's like a paywall that below it, the paid subscribers gets extra stuff like by sign horoscopes for different things and you know, little things like that. But there's a lot of content in the free newsletter as well. So check that out if you like astrology. I hope to see you over at the newsletter as well as in more readings, and good luck with this amazing glow up. I wish you so much beauty and I will see you in future readings. Hello, beautiful pile 3. Welcome to your Wednesday glow up, a glow up that my intention is this is right on the horizon sometime within the next week. So you guys, the first card for this is Beneath the Surface. What's really driving you? True motives, breaking free. I love this. How often do we kind of go through life and then have these sort of existential moments of like, where am I going? What am I doing? Why am I wasting my time on this? Does this have any trajectory for my life? Am I doing what I hoped I would be doing when I was younger? All these things. But at the same time, it's like, well, I am here for a reason. Like, why have I ended up here? Why am I doing what I do? And this deep clarity coming through of like what has driven you to this moment in life? What has been a driving factor for doing certain things you're doing, and that really clarifying to you where you are on and off, where there needs to be some realignment, and really coming into more truth with your motivations and really understanding certain things that could be shed, that could be left behind, that really don't resonate with your true drive, the things that light you up in life. Really seeing clearly what is and isn't aligned with your drive, with your motives in life, your agenda in life, and to me that's like you're centering your personal passion. What that's, you know, our passion is what is our motor, our drive, and really being able to see where we are, you know, this glow up coming in to really clarify to you where this is and isn't aligned, and clarifying where you can break free from things that are not aligned, and where you can be directing your energy more intentionally and more passionately. So really, really poignant. When this is coming out, we're going to be entering into eclipse season, and yeah, that feels resonant. Eclipses can really realign us and pivot our direction to be more true to ourselves. Okay, so let's get a couple more oracle cards. The giveaway. That feels like offering to me. Let's get the last oracle card before I add on to that. The giveaway, offering. Yeah. And wisdom. I don't know, maybe you are coming into some clarity of the way you like to be of service, what it is you offer to the world, and how that could be more connected to your personal sort of inner knowings and inner wisdom in life. Like where are you like being connected and using your wisdom is maybe something that truly brings, like connects, like feels passionate to you. That's something you in connecting to kind of really lights you up and something you want to offer the world. So the giveaway doesn't mean you have to like give things away for free or offer things for free. You could, but it's just sort of like being intentional about like, well, what kind of service am I putting out into the world? What are my offerings? And offerings can have monetary exchange to them. They don't have to. It could be more domestic stuff. It could be relational stuff, but it could be, career stuff as well, that those exchanges can have value placed upon them. But something becoming clear of like what it is, how you, like what your wisdom is and how you move from your wisdom and how that makes you more passionate and eager to offer your wisdom into the world. It's a very kind of sacred feeling. So really getting clear about how sacred your energy is too. Really honoring the sacredness of your own energy and your own wisdom and clarifying where you are using that, tapping into that. I love it. Okay, let's do some tarot cards to get more context here. 5 of Fire, some kind of strategy coming into being, but also looking at this particular 5 of Fire. It feels very, I don't know, like enchanting. With the butterflies, I was wanting to say pollinating, but it's not quite a pollinating energy to me. It's very enchanting. It's like understanding your own enchanting energy and offering it, like being more willing to put your wisdom and your offerings into the world with like a little bit more flair, right? A little more being willing to be seen a little bit more, being willing to be in your own personal kind of charm and flair coming through there. Tower, yeah, I think whatever is happening with this glow up, it's really helping you to leave certain things behind that just they're not aligned, they're not resonant with you. But things, being clear about what is your wisdom and passion and being willing to be seen in it and being willing to kind of allow other things that haven't been aligned to just kind of, fall away. And then Page of Waters, so much potential. Yeah, this feels like a whole new kind of phase with the Tower here. It's like a whole new phase of life unfolding. And the glow up being like getting really clear about what needs to be left behind in order to step into being seen for your, your drama, your flair, your magic, something about that. And just holding a lot of potential for you, which makes it easy to walk away from something. But really feeling, coming into this glow up that gets you so much more aligned and alive and connected to how you're supposed to be seen. And what you offer, how you're seen, how you allow your wisdom to passionately motivate you in some way. I don't know if there's like new wisdom that's kind of assimilated in you as well. Coming under, Page of Water coming under wisdom. It's like something new, some new emotional wisdom and creative wisdom healing wisdom, emotional wisdom, creative wisdom is like assimilated, and it's creating this new sense of potential and this new willingness to be seen in like a more of a, I don't know, like a creative way. Interesting. You know, the Tower also coming under the giveaway is like, I wonder if you've been giving aspects of yourself away too freely, actually. And something new sort of assimilates of like how to be more, not calculated. I don't get a calculated energy here, but a little bit more strategic and a little bit more, in a more empowered way somehow, and in a way that's a little more seen and expressed more outwardly somehow. But yeah, definitely potential coming in here, new potential, newly assimilated wisdom. Okay, so to end, we are going to get a goddess card that will indicate how this glow up is going to feel once it is here. What's under the surface becomes, and like under the surface is like unconscious, and so there's something becoming more, moving from unconscious to conscious in you, something becoming more conscious in you about how you offer and how you show yourself, and yes, new wisdom around this that holds a lot of potential. Okay, so how will this glow up feel once it is embodied? I love that, Astra, new beginning. We picked up on that already, but you're going to be feeling a lot of fresh energy. When this reading is, sorry, I dropped a card. When this reading is published or uploaded, and this is a timeless reading, so you may be coming at a totally different time, but there's still the energy of the timing of when this is released. It'll be like a day or two before spring equinox, which is Astra in the Celtic seasons, and the time of new beginnings. If you were to map our solar year onto a 24-hour day, it's like sunrise. So it's like a new day dawning and something new, you know, and you come through dream time and sleep and incubation, and something's assimilated where you're like, it's like you suddenly have this wake up moment of like, oh, I've been offering things in this way. Part of that's not even connected to what I'm passionate about, but part of it's really just like leaking my energy. But I have this whole new wisdom that's assimilated in me, and I know exactly, this is like what's coming in. I know exactly how to offer things with more passion, more connected to my passion, more connected to being willing to be seen too, and being seen in a more like enchanting, creative way, and connecting to your creativity in a new way too. Yeah, I think you're going to be having some epiphanies about what you offer, how you offer it, and what your creativity is. So really cool. But definitely how this glow up is going to feel as new beginnings, a fresh start, fresh energy, impulse, energy rising. Yeah, so it's beautiful. Yeah, so good luck with this glow up. Really amazing. Very timely for seasonally when this comes out, if you come to it right when it's uploaded or published. Yeah, so good luck with that. Side note, if you like astrology, down in the descriptions, you can link to subscribe to my free astrology newsletter. Astrology is something I've been doing for a couple of decades, for a really long time, and I love sharing it, so go check that out. There's also a paid version you can upgrade to, which has just extra stuff in each newsletter below, like a paywall. And yeah, thank you for being here. If it resonated, I appreciate support with likes, shares, subscribes. Always grateful for kind and thoughtful comments. But just grateful that you're here. That in itself is very supportive of my channel. So I appreciate you. I love reading. So thank you for letting me read for you. And I will see you in future readings.